Thursday Night Football is on, and it's only on Prime Video. This week, the NFC West grabs the spotlight as the Los Angeles Rams visit the Seattle Seahawks. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with football's best party, TNF Tonight, presented by Verizon. It's Rams Seahawks, Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And don't miss the Broncos and the Chiefs on Christmas night, only on Prime Video. Not a Prime member? Not a problem. Simply sign up for a 30-day free trial. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.
We are 99X. It's the original 99X. Get the freeloader app. It's finally here. You can do a lot of things in there. Perks, deals, free stuff. And you can stream us anywhere in the world. It is brought to you by John Foy & Associates Personal Injury Law. Get the strong arm now where you get your apps. You know, Tom Brady made headlines, took a little heat when he talked about his dog, Junie, is a clone of his late pup, Lua.
Oh, remember this, yeah.
It's a thing, and I won't be shocked if in a few years you could probably clone people, but cloning pets is a thing, and I don't think it's as expensive as people may think, and you're going to find out all about it right now. Please welcome Kelly Anderson, who cloned her cat. Hey, Kelly.
Hi.
Hey there, welcome. I'm a huge cat person, by the way, and we're curious about your story and how did you even think of cloning in the first place?
Honestly, I did this back in 2017. I started, and I had just been talking to my roommate maybe 3 weeks before my cat unexpectedly passed away. And if I hadn't had that conversation, I would have had no idea that you could clone and would not have even thought that that was something I could do. So it was just one of those fate conversations that happened.
So you have this conversation, and then what do you do when you start investigating it? Because you didn't know your cat was about to pass away. Do you go and get like samples, like you get blood and whatever? What happens?
So they take skin tissue samples. It's like a little skin punch biopsy, and they do recommend doing it while your pet is still alive. I collected skin tissue after my pet had passed because I wasn't anticipating it happening, but it's just a little skin punch biopsy. I did it with my dog under dental cleaning.
Wow.
How long does that process take as far as, the actual cloning process, like from start to finish?
I think the average is a lot different than what I experienced. It took 4 years for me.
4 years? Wow. I didn't realize it took that long.
It normally doesn't. I think I was a rare case. So it normally, I think, takes about a year to 2 years.
I'm kind of on the fence about the whole cloning thing. Now, and I don't want to dig too much into the future, but if and when this particular cat passes away, do you plan on cloning again and again, like Pet Cemetery type stuff?
Absolutely not. I'm so happy with the cat that I got, and I love her so much. Her name is Belle. And I think that I would be too scared that something would maybe happen if Belle passed and I wanted to clone again. That would be really the only thing that would make me want to do that is if she passed away young. If she lives a full life, I would be happy and content with that. So if she passed young, then I'd be worried that the third one would also pass young, and it would just be the cycle of sadness.
We're talking to Kelly Anderson, who has cloned her cat, and I'm looking at a picture of both cats. It is very close. Is it very close as far as personality goes? I mean, do you feel at times that it's your previous cat?
So there's pieces of her in there. I've never looked at Belle as Chai, the original cat. I've always kind of tried to separate them out in my head. But just for example, the other night, the biggest trait that Chai had was that she was very emotionally in tune with me. She understood my emotions in ways no even human ever has. And I went through a lot of depression when I had her, and I was able to really get a lot of emotional support from her. And Belle really hasn't seen me sad up until a couple of days ago. And she really actually did step up and was there for me in ways that Chai used to be. So that was really fascinating to watch.
We read this story about Tom Brady. He cloned his dog. And I was seeing stories of like $80,000. Like, how much was it? Do you mind if we ask?
Yeah, of course. So they've changed the prices since I did it. When I started my process, it was $25,000. Wow. So I think they've increased it to it's $50 now for everyone with cats or dogs.
We had a cat that unexpectedly passed and was very young, and I struggle with. I don't know if I don't have a problem with it, but I'm like, wow, that would maybe freak me out to have these samples, and all of a sudden you go and pick up what looks exactly like the animal that you lost. Was that a weird did they just call you and say, hey, Kelly, your cat's ready?
Basically, I got a phone call saying, hey, we have a surprise. Your kitten has been born. And, I waited 4 years. So I think at that point I was kind of more in shock than anything else. I think it was a very surreal moment, but I don't know that I was even really processing what had happened when I got the call, because it was just, I'd been waiting so long.
Born how? They take all the stuff that they drew and they put it in another cat?
Yeah, they create, they basically take your pet's DNA and create embryos that they implant into surrogate cats.
Wow, this is mind-blowing stuff, really is.
Yeah, I've had her for 4 years now, and it's still the craziest thing that I've ever experienced.
Yeah.
Now, we obviously saw the Instagram and everything that you had put up, and Leslie was talking about some of the comments were pretty brutal about, that cat doesn't have a soul. Does that bother you at all?
I think the soul argument is really fascinating. I love engaging people in conversation about it, and it makes people think. I mean, I think that's a conversation people should be having. So I really don't. It doesn't bother me. I think that any kind of discourse around cloning is fascinating, and I love kind of pushing buttons and seeing where people go with it.
Obviously, it's your choice.
Yeah, right. At the end of the day, it is, and people are complaining probably that there's so many cats that need to be adopted. Don't worry, because I adopt so many of them that I'm doing extra. I'm doing extra work.
Obviously, though, that is the question. What do you say to people that say, look, there's plenty of cats in shelters that need homes?
There are, and I absolutely have done my part and continue to do my part helping animals as much as I can, because I am a huge animal lover. I've fostered neonatal kittens for the last 15 years. I'm a huge animal lover and advocate, and will continue to advocate for them. And just because I cloned one cat doesn't mean that I'm not also helping the adopted cat that I have and the other animals in my care. So, it goes all across the board for me.
It's just a little rough for them to get so pissed off at you when, like you said, you're also doing help. You're helping. That's you. You're not just like, this is like, I'm just going to go, I want that cat and that cat. You're not like Kim Kardashian, who's like, I got to have what I want. You're out there doing, and so many people help. And here we have an organization called Fur Kids, which is where we got all of our cats. Man, if you told me, though, I could clone one of them, I've had a bad luck run where a lot of these cats only lived a few years, because you don't know what their background is when you adopt them. And it's heartbreaking to lose them, because they are friends in different kind of ways, like you said, like how emotional support that you got from your cat. So I just think it's a little extreme for people to be pissed off at you for that. The story, though, is unbelievable, and I'm happy for you. I mean, that it's so interesting where science is going.
I mean, if it helped you, absolutely.
It took me out of a really bad place and was able to help me kind of recenter and refocus my grief in a way that I also was able to fully grieve my cat, of course, in the 4 years that I had, but it did kind of take me out a bit, and I think it saved my life.
Man, that is mind-blowing. Wow. Hey, Kelly, your cat's ready. I mean, that's just so freaking... Wow.
Thanks for sharing the story, though.
Yes.
Yeah, and Kelly, don't pay any attention to those internet trolls. When they die, we're not going to clone them, so don't worry about it.
There you go.
It's a no clone. All right. Kelly Anderson, she cloned her cat. Thank you very much for joining us and telling your story.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks. Have a great day. We are the Morning X, and this is 99X.
Hey, y'all. It's Lainey Wilson. St. Jude gives kids with cancer the chance they deserve. Families never receive a bill from St. Jude for treatment, travel, housing, or food. But we can't help these kids without you.
This holiday, help St. Jude find more cures for more children. Donate now at musicgives.org.